Hey everybody, it's good to see you all again. This segment is just to kind of let you guys know what is going on in this episode. So, in this episode, there is a situation. Towards the end, or anywhere in this episode, there is a blank. That means there's no sound coming in the episode, and you might think that is your fault. That is my fault. You can blame me, say it was my fault, because that is an editing problem, and that's because of recording and the recording platform that I use. If that happens to be in the episode, if that's in it, what you need to do is to just disregard it. Don't worry about it. Consider it like an ad break. Consider it like a break. Consider it like we're taking a 5 minute break. Consider it like that. So no freaking out. No need to worry. Make sure you guys enjoy the episode. Enjoy what's in it. And y'all have a good one. And enjoy this one. Really enjoy it and have fun. And please disregard the blanks in there. Consider them breaks. Hope you guys enjoy this episode and thank you guys for understanding and for your cooperation. Oh, perfect, perfect. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a new one. Today I'm here with Sophia. And thanks to Forever Publicity for letting her come on today. Say it to the world.
Hello, world. How are you doing? Thank you for having me musically.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Thank you so much for taking your time out to do this. I'm so excited to meet you. So honored.
Likewise, excited.
Oh, sweet, sweet. All right, well, let's get into this. So, a lot of us have no idea who you are. So, for the general public, why don't you introduce yourself to the world?
Yeah, well, I am Sofia Evangelina. I'm an award winning teen singer songwriter from Canada. This year, I have six singles coming out, and one of which has already been released. That is called Endure. And the five next ones to come are going to be big, they're going to be epic, and they're going to be growing in proportions that are wild and out of this world. So you do not want to miss the journey. And this is really only where the rocket ship is getting started. We're going to be orbiting the universe next year with potentially even an album. That is what is on my horizon. So I would love for everybody to be part of the journey, be part of the clan, and to be part of this musical world.
Oh, sweet, sweet. I'm so excited. Okay, okay, sweet. Is my mic
Oh,
on?
musically, I'm sorry, I can't really hear you. The audio seems to have gone out on your end, maybe.
It did?
I can
How about
kind
now?
of hear like a whisperish.
Ooh, do you hear that?
Let's see. I can't hear anything. Hmm.
How about
Having
now?
maybe a little. No, I don't really hear anything. My volume is all the way up.
How is mine not on?
Okay, well, I hear you a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay, now I can hear you better. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, that's what I hate about Zoom. It does that to me sometimes.
No worries, we're back.
Okay, cool, cool. All right, let's get into this because I don't want to have to have the same problem again. Okay, so firstly, I heard you say award winning. So what accomplishments have you made performing?
Well, up to this point, I have won an Young Artist Academy Awards for Best Album. I've won a LA Music Critic Award for Rising Star, and there's been some other awards throughout the years, like Talent Inc. and Teen Fest and Mick Awards, and some various other awards and nominations that I'm honored to have, but we're only getting started this year.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Congrats on those wins and nominations. That's huge.
Thank you.
That's incredible. That's incredible. All right, I just want to kind of elaborate because you said award winning. I just want to. I thought you won Grammys or something like that. I thought you were like a Grammy winner. I thought you were that.
Oh, not quite yet, but we're going there. We're getting there.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I listened to some of your songs and it's incredible. It's Grammy level. I gotta say, it's Grammy level.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, no problem. All good over here. And I want to kind of start off with this. So I want to kind of go back in time to of the beginning of music for you. So, how did your musical journey start?
Well, that is a big question, but to put it in a short manner, I was really just a boundless ball of energy since I was a really child. I was in love with dressing up, putting on my mom's scarf, singing around the house, acting, being different personas. And, my mom had enrolled me in some early singing and acting and modeling and just everything artistic, really. But at the same time, due to my boundless energy, she'd also put me into sports because that energy had to be transferred into something other than her shoulders. And so, long story short, I did continue to develop in many ways and take those classes, but I was also eagerly progressing on the ranks of my sport, and that led me to become over time an international professional athlete at a very young age. But I was also battling, the passions of my heart and my soul, and that was singing and acting mostly. And so I was enrolled in a few contests here and there and conventions, and would be auditioning or performing at festivals and things like that in between my competitions, and I was just kind of juggling the two. At a certain point, my ski career, which is the sporting career I'm referring to, it had taken over because of the ranks and the competitions that I was in. But then soon enough, I decided, I really wanted to begin my first songwriting journey and put together some kind of album. So we put together a cover album and we wrote 3 original songs. And this is when I was 14 and I was on the Canadian national team for skiing, traveling the world. And in between our competitions, we would write another song or record another song. And throughout the process, we finished the whole album. And so one competition in Mammoth, my mom took us to LA on a surprise, which is absolutely my dream city at that point. And she thought we were just going to meet some of her old friends and dip our toes in the sand. And little did we know that we would end up filming, 5 full music videos in one week, and 3 full set crew locations and 2 kind of improvised. And so that experience opened up a whole new opportunity and array of doors. And that was that one of my songs we were filming a music video for at the time was against bullying. And it was directed towards youth empowerment and giving youth the power to live life on their own terms. And this is because throughout my years of traveling the world or even just going through different schooling systems or, negotiating or interacting, I should say, with different peers and kids from different walks of life, I had understood that kids suffered from the same issues of, low self-worth and self-esteem. And a lot of these problems that we see in the world, they stem from kids not knowing their value and not being able to fight for it. So anyways, I wrote the song about it, and then we made a music video. And the receival that we got on the day of shooting from the parents and the kids was just, it was incredible. Everybody had, some kind of emotional reaction of tears in their eyes or even crying, and some of them were just really emotionally compelled to tell us a story about how they had gone through an experience similar when they were a child, or they've experienced a sibling or a loved one face bullying and stuff like that. And so at that point, it was really an eye-opener because we saw how much art could impact people around you, but on such a small scale, it already had proven itself. And we thought, wow, we really want to impact people's lives. And I looked to my mom and I said, this is kind of a responsibility for me. I feel more like any sport could ever be, or more than any personal achievement in any other level could be. I feel like this is, a worldly calling. And so I'm really going through this like a speed date. But long story short, we made the painful but necessary decision to retire from my sporting career, and we had released my album. And at that point, there was more and more opportunities that were flowing in, and that kind of, slowly led to where we are today after many trials and tribulations.
Oh, wow. That's insane. And also, I got to give you props for having the courage to quit sporting and, put music ahead and really have that strong passion to do music. I mean, that's a hard thing to give up at sports. That's a hard one.
Yeah, and I mean, thank you for saying that. It was. I mean, that's something I lived and I breathed every single day since I was like 2 years old. Of course, I balanced the passions, but sporting is a very disciplined lifestyle when you're an elite athlete. It's it's mental, it's physical, it's emotional, it's nutrition. you're training on the hill, and then you're training mentally, and then you're training at the gym and trampoline and water ramps, and you have all sorts of different kinds of components that go into being successful. But all in all, I will say that my sporting career really, really helped me, and I have to always constantly remind myself that I'm an athlete sometimes, because I have to pull of my past life into my future life if I want the focus and the discipline and the drive and the mental toughness. Sometimes I'm like, girl, remember your roots, god damn it.
Oh yeah, I totally respect you on that. But just having the bravery and courage to have to move from that, really, take music seriously. That really, shocked me and opened my eyes because I don't know if I could really do that if I was in your shoes. I don't know if I could really, if I was into sports like that, I don't know if I would give it up for music. I don't know. So I'm just really blown away you were able to do that. And at a young age too. That's insane.
Thank you, Musical. Thank you, Nicola.
Yeah, no problem. I'll do it over here. And just to expand more, what was exactly the trigger point that made you decide to get into music?
Well, it was this calling, I mean, since I was very young in my sport, wanted to prove to no one else but myself. So I always competed with myself, which was a very important factor in my competition life. I always wanted to be better than I was. I always wanted to prove against all odds of weather and, any determining factors that I could do it, and that I was going to be even better tomorrow. And that was very important to me, and that led to me winning many competitions and being strong mentally. But at a certain point, as rewarding and as validating it is to be such a world level athlete and to be so badass, I guess, in the sport that I did, you're kind of serving yourself when you're serving a very small niche or community. And yes, you are inspiring because it's a very dangerous sport and it takes guts and many factors to be successful. But it's such a small impact that you could leave on the world potentially. And I just felt that it was a calling really since I was a young child. I mean, I knew my whole life that I wanted to be a singer and that I wanted to be an actress and that I wanted to be an artist and impact people artistically. But I always just presumed it would be after I had hit some milestones I'd set out for myself. Um, but to put that into perspective, I just really wanted to help people and empower people through music and to share a vulnerable side of me and to kind of reach out a musical hand to my peers.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I definitely see where that comes to play. And I definitely see that strong passion in you. And I can see that it was like a true calling whenever you had to make the decision to move away from sports. That was definitely, God telling you that this is what you're doing. This is definitely what you're doing. And this is the destiny that you're gonna be doing forever. This is the thing that you're gonna be doing forever. I think, and music was definitely in your future. I'm not really sure if this all makes sense to you, but I definitely feel that music was definitely, as you said, a calling. I don't know if this
Yeah,
all makes sense, but yeah,
of course. Of course. Thank you.
yeah, no problem at all good. And going on, what would you say would be your big music influences?
I take a lot of my musical inspiration from people in the past, and I always will, like Etta James and Aretha Franklin and Nina Simone's, and transferring into Whitney Houston and Alicia Keys, Beyonce, and Christina. Those are today's greats, of course. But then, of course, I also like other genres, and I mean, I love people like Post Malone. I love Ty Dolla $ign. I love Drake. I love Kendrick Lamar. I love a lot of old school hip hop. I even love classical music. I love, orchestral arrangements. That I find so much profound meaning in those pieces. And I also love, even classic rock and roll. I mean, I really find inspiration where the passion is, I feel like, and where the depth is, where you can really feel the depth of the soul. And I think with that, you can shapeshift and create emulations of musical pieces together that really put forth your feelings and your perspective of the world, the way that you feel about a certain situation or a person or a thing. And that's the beauty of it. So that's for me.
Oh, okay, okay. I recognize those names. I recognize those names. If we were to do a listening party, those songs, if you were to play them, I recognize them. A lot of those ones I like too. I
That's
love
great.
them.
Great.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yes, sir. And just going on, by the way, props for the influences though. Um, so I want to talk music wise. Exactly, how do you exactly, create your songs? What's the whole process from songwriting, production? Like, what's your whole process of making your music and songs?
Well, I would say every time it's a very different experience. It's quite unique, um, and that's kind of the beauty of it. To be honest, is it's never boring. I've had some songs that were written within 1 hour, and then they were chiseled out over the course of a couple weeks by a few Zoom sessions, and then I've had songs that I started writing like 3 years ago, and I still can't really finish because I don't feel like I'm at a place gut wise where I'm ready to finish it. And sometimes there's a lot of procrastination as well. And I'm grateful to have my mom with me as well. So she sometimes kicks my butt and tells me, don't wait till the right time, do it now. And that helps me a lot. Um, but sometimes the songwriting process is very chaotic, and we'll be in a studio session with a whole bunch of musicians, and it'll be like a trance. Everybody's transfixed and they're lost in the melody, and I feel like that's the most powerful, because when you create music in that kind of environment, in that state of mind, that music will be forever eternal, and I feel like it will transpire that same energy, even 100 years from now. And that's why I feel like you can listen to some songs, like for example, "The House of the Rising Sun." Obviously, the original's from the 40s, but then the Animals redid it in the 60s. But for me, when I listen to that song, whether it's playing in a movie or I just play it off of Spotify, I get goosebumps. Like it's insane. So I feel like it's really important to be lost in the sound. And then for me, songwriting wise, I usually, I put a whole bunch of themes and ideas, and sometimes I write pages and pages just based on one theme of the song. And then later I'll write the chords or the melody or start playing around musically until I find the vibe. And then I'll start putting together a structure, and I'll pick pieces from the plethora of written words. And then, I'll put it into a song and take it to the producer, and then we'll play around with it, see how we can modernize it. And yeah.
Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. I could definitely see the originality in the whole process, but I can see what really strikes out to you is definitely originality and definitely creativity whenever you're making music. And and it's definitely, an organic sound. I can't, I haven't heard anything like it.
Thank you.
But I gotta put that because it's really honestly amazing that you have an original way that you write music and make it your own, but also have that organic sound and be creative. That's what makes a great artist too.
Oh, well, yeah, well, thank you. I definitely think it's important to stick true to yourself, whatever that means for you, and, to do things in your own way, even if it's ahead of your time and it's not necessarily the sound that's popping right now or trending. If you consistently stick true to yourself, I think you will find a way to make that the trending sound.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Speaking truth here. Listen to that, y'all. That's the truth. I definitely would you there 100%. And I think every songwriter, needs that. I think that's what they need today. I think they needed that little reminder, a little piece of advice. So thank you.
Yeah.
And just to go along with what I said earlier, how would you exactly describe your music?
I would describe it as R&B pop for the most part, but definitely it changes. So, like the last three songs that I'm planning on putting out for this year, they're going to be really current, commercial, but they have like a urban, they have a trap underbeat. They're very kind of hip hop orientated, but then again, they have like a really poppy, hooky theme throughout. and they have really R&B vocals. So I mean, everything I do is for sure gonna have my vocals and R&B style intertwined, but I feel like the production or the theme will be just different. So, for example, Endure, it has a weird alien R&B, kind of transfixed vibe on it that is R&B, but it's kind of soulful, not as modern per se. And then the next two, they're getting reproduced right now, but they're probably going to be more along the same lines of more old school R&B. And then the three after that, they're definitely going to have really a new modern urban twist, which will be really fun. I'm really excited for those three.
Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. And I also gotta give you props also because I love that you experiment with different genres. And I love that you don't just, you're not just a pop artist or you're not just a rapper. I love that you have your own sound and you kind of juggle around and play around with different genres, and that every song that you have is different and it's original and it has that organic sound. And that really strikes out a true artist. Just gotta point that out.
No, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. All good over here. And golly, I'm a loss for words because I definitely see you as an everything artist because you don't really limit yourself to just one genre or one thing. That's what I noticed too. I've noticed that you don't just, put yourself as like a pop artist or you say just one genre and you're sticking to it. You do multiple ones, and I really like artists whenever they do that because it really gives surprises. And I saw you put in the form that you like surprises, so they definitely see I definitely see resemblance.
Yeah, thank you. Well, and I think just to really quickly add on that, like, when you are somebody who is inspired by everything around you, I think those are the kind of icons that you see in the world. They aren't necessarily fitting into one category per se, but they become their own kind of category, like the Princes and the Michael Jacksons or Beyonce's or Christina Aguilera's, et cetera, et cetera. There's so many great artists out there, too many to name, but you get the idea. Is whenever they put something out, it's like they reinvent that genre just by virtue of putting their spin on something. I think that's really cool.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And I like that you summed it up to not being in one category. And I definitely agree with how the icons come to life because they don't just stick to one category, like one genre. That's You're gonna become an icon if you keep doing that.
Well, thank you very much. That's the grind. That's the grind.
Oh yeah. And I like also how you put that alongside icons because I also have noticed they don't, restrict themselves and they go above and beyond. I noticed too. And it's so amazing how they do that and how what they do it strikes creativity and
Yeah.
you can really you can really hear the originality whenever they're performing or whenever they're making music. That's what also strikes out. I just gotta say.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm going on because my head is burning. Oh, it hurts. Um, what would you say would be your dream collab?
A dream collab. I would think at this moment it would be probably Post Malone, Drake, Ty Dolla Sign. I know that's three. Um, and Tiana Taylor.
Ooh, good choices. Good choices. I've heard of all of them. Good, good, good choices. I love to see you with Ty Dolla Sign. Ty Dolla Sign's a good collaborator.
Yeah, I know he's so versatile. I love his sound. I love his sound. Even better yet, it would be like a Post Malone and a Ty Dolla Sign. I feel like that would be the whole package.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, that would be a fantastic song. A Grammy winning song even. That'd be fantastic.
Sounds good.
I would love to see that come to life, and hopefully soon it might come to life.
Yeah, I am ready. Let's do it.
Did you hear that? She's ready. Come with the collab request, please. Please. But I would love to see it come to life. And if you guys happen to go on concert, if you guys ever had to perform somewhere, give me a free seat.
Of course, we got you covered.
Yay. Yeah, I can't wait. And even if you did do a performance, actually, have you ever performed before?
Of
Ever?
course, of course. Yeah, I mean that's what I do. That's where I come alive.
Oh, sweet. So, what was your first performance you did?
Um, you know, I gotta say, there's been many when I was young, but I would say one of the biggest ones, first ones, was in Seattle, and also one I did in Canada in Calgary. Those were kind of like my first bigger ones.
Oh, all right, I see you. I see you. And I've actually interviewed Canadians like yourself. Canada's a really great one. Really good one. All right, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. How was it like releasing music for the first time? How was that like for you?
Well, I think that it was like really the process of what my album was called, which is Butterfly. It was really like being a little cocoon and then opening up, finding your wings, and just kind of finding your way in the world. I mean, the music industry is such a vast, vast, vast market, and it's so enormously big as it is diverse and as it is confusing, as it is majestic. So, with that being said, when you're an independent artist as well, there's so many roads to navigate. It's kind of like an Alice in Wonderland kind of story. There's a beautiful road, but there's also, there's darkness and there's evil and there's forests and then there's rainbows, and you kind of just got to figure it out as you go, and you learn so much. And you really just got to be dedicated to do whatever it takes. I feel like. So we're in that process, and we're definitely far, far along where we've started. So here we go.
Yeah, most definitely. You've been making great progress from your first projects to like now. I mean, is this gonna be? Are you planning to release a second album? And are you planning to do that?
Yeah, well, I don't really consider the first album like a real, real album in the sense that it's not an original work album, right? So it was my debut album as a sense of a new recording artist. At the time I was 14, so that was my very beginning. But now it's like a trial, right? It's kind of like showing the world, oh my god, guys, I'm here, check me out, I have potential. That's the kind of the vibe it was. Here's my inspirations. But my first album that I'm looking for, I'm so excited. I already have the track list kind of beginning to form. I have the theme, and I'm just so excited. Like for me, when I think about a musical project, whether it's a single or an album or an EP or whatever, I just think about the visuals, and I think about the audio and the theme and the story and just how it can all play together and around a concept and the whole picture. So I'm really, really excited to bring that to life.
Oh, sweet, that's awesome. And you consider this new project like your actual first one, like your first real debut album. Do you really consider that like the first real album?
For sure.
Oh. Okay. So this is the real debut album.
That's right.
And what would you say would be your previous? Was that like an EP or like a little thing you put together?
No, no. Well, yeah, the album I'm referring to is the one that I won an award for, but that was my first piece of work, and so that was just a 10-song cover album. So it's very different, right? So
Oh, okay. And by cover album, what do you mean by that? Do you mean like original songs or just, karaoke? I know I'm just joking. I'm taking the elaborate damn cover, but still, let us know about that.
um yeah, well, I think it's kind of irrelevant by this point, but cover obviously meaning me singing other people's songs, other great artists' songs. Um, you know, let's maybe move on to the next discussion. What we're making now is where we're headed, right? So that's definitely where I would like to put the focus.
Okay. Got you. And what can you tease us about this new huge project you have, or even the new songs coming out? What can you tease us about that?
Yeah, well, I definitely won't touch about the album yet because that's kind of far away in the future. There's an idea and it's exciting, but what's most is the 5 songs that are coming out following Endure, because those are ready to go and we have, music video concepts, ideas behind everything. So it's going to be starting with a song coming out on July 30th, and then it'll be followed by a song in August, September, October, November, etc. And the 3 last ones I kind of touched on earlier in the interview and about their vibe and how they're super modern and more current and trappy and everything. And yeah, the other two are more like ballady kind of pop R&B songs with R&B uh, original motives, and they written by
Um,
me, and they're called "It Could Never Be," and they're called "Get Out of My Head." And yeah, excited about those.
oh, sweet, that's awesome. I'm so excited for you. Yeah, I'm so excited. But I'm also happy for you doing this. I mean, sure, your first pieces were great, but I'm excited. I'm not sure about others, but I'm overall like very excited to see what you have, cooking up in your little studio. Because your first piece as Element was good, but I feel like these new songs and this new era you're going to be taking on is going to be even bigger. I mean, when you say so.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, when you say that this new era is going to be bigger and better, and I was honestly saying I'm excited, and I'm excited this new era is going to be so exciting for you. Don't you think this going to be bigger?
Yeah, well, I always appreciate the work that I put out for where I was at that time. And so, Smile that came out, that was an important piece for me where I was at that point in my life. Endure was exponentially growth for me as an artist. That was written and recorded 2 years ago. And that was the first song where I really began to find my strides as, a human being, find my character, find my grit. And so I think it'll always have a really, really special place in my heart. And of course, what's coming next is a new part of me, an evolution of Sophia, and now being 18 years old, and that's a new journey.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. I'm glad you elaborate on it. And god damn, you don't even sound 18. I thought you were younger. You don't even sound 18. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I get it all the time. The perks of being an actress is, you get cast for younger roles, I suppose. All good. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Oh, sweet. And just a hunch. Have you actually acted before? Has that been in your life, acting?
Yeah, yes, of course. There's some projects and stuff like that that I've been on in my younger years, and some projects that are potentially coming to fruition now. And yeah, that's another passion that I do. But obviously, music is my forefront.
Oh my God, wow. Sports acting. What else can you do? Do a handstand? What can you do next? What is that?
Well, there's quite a bit of things, but I try to keep my head centered where I want to go.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I definitely respect what you're doing. But I love that your music is the ultimatum. It's that main thing that's gonna take you up there.
Yeah.
But I also love people that are multi talented because you can always get a backup plan.
Well, no, I don't look at it like that. That's certainly not me. My style is ride or die. Really,
Oh,
it's all or nothing for me. So
oh, I
I
totally.
yeah, I have multiple passions because they are multiple aspects of my personality and my soul and my spirit, and I feel like that makes me who I am. But it's never because I am fearful that one will not come to fruition. It's just because they make me more full.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I definitely see where that comes to play. And just to really go along with everything else, with everything that's going on, I always, tell people that have, different passions to always have a backup plan. I know for you it's ride or die. I know for you that is. But I'm just saying, for other people, because other people, they have music set and they're not doing so well. So I always tell them to have a backup plan. I mean, don't you agree?
Well, I know even within my family, people handle things differently and everybody has their own beauty and uniqueness, way we handle situations. But that's just me, and I've always been like that since I was really young. So, if I were to ever change that, it would be like re engineering my DNA, which is impossible. So,
Oh, wow. Okay, okay. And I'm a little scared to say, I'm a little bit afraid to ask this, but I'm going with it anyway. What on earth would happen to you if you weren't a musician? What would happen to you?
why are you scared? Don't be scared. Well, I honestly, I always used to joke about that when I was a kid. Like, when you're a kid and you're like, what would happen if you weren't here? If you didn't do this? And the honest answer is, I would honestly, I mean, I would find music in one way, shape, or form. I honestly feel that is, what I was made to do, and how I was made to express myself. But it goes the same thing with acting. I mean, there's so many reasons why I'm in love with acting, storytelling through the lens as well, and so I feel like my soul would be drawn to that just as equally. And I love modeling and fashion and stuff like that too. But of course, like I said, music is the forefront, and it's kind of the pinnacle of, I feel like, my existence. If that's
Oh, sweet. That's awesome. That's awesome. So you're a musician through and through. I definitely see. You're a musician all the way.
yeah.
It's, I definitely respect that. I ain't judging. I definitely respect that. You and I both. I'm into music like that, so we're on the same boat, so that's a good thing. All right, all right.
Awesome.
Awesome. Oh, okay. I need to ask this. Have you heard of a writer's block? And if you have you ever had it?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Have I heard of what?
A writer's block. Have you heard of it?
Oh, writer's block. Um, well, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like maybe writer's block happens more when you write in extremely high quantity. And at the moment, I've been writing really freestyle without much deadline per se. So it's not like I had to have 100 songs ready within a week and then I had, to stress in that scenario. Most of my writing has been done very organically. Usually it's really annoying. Like, for example, last night I was staying up until like 3 or 4 in the morning and I was trying to go to sleep, but I just can't because it's my most creative hours for songwriting. So I always get a new idea, a hook or a melody or an idea lyrically, and then I have to pull out my phone and record myself super quiet so nobody can hear me and nobody's awake in my house. But it's super annoying because I'm trying to go to sleep, but I can't because if I don't write it down, I'll lose the idea. So what I'm trying to say is that everything that I write, it just kind of flows. It's natural ideas. And then by the time I'm ready to go into the studio or put structure to the song, or if I'm at my piano creating something, I kind of have a cue. So, I have like, I don't know, 20 ideas that are ready for songs. And then I have like 15 melodies. So I kind of mix and match. And, sometimes it happens a little differently. But I feel like, writer's block happens for me more when I'm doing school maybe and stuff like that. And that's honestly, I think to overcome writer's block, you just need to really tap into yourself. So usually if I get writer's block, it's because I'm trying to be something or think that's not intuitive to me, or I'm overthinking something. So usually my mom will be like, snap out of it, be yourself. And I'll be like, okay. And so then I'll just shake it off and then I'll just try to kind of write with no cap, no filter, just be me. And then if I need to edit it later, I can always edit it, right? But you can't add the integrity.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And like your mom did that to you. I like your mom added that added that to every day. So props to
Yes.
her for doing that too. Golly. Um, I like saying that too. So I know everybody's waiting for that big show to happen. So everybody, I'm going to get you all ready for a little showcase that our little friend Sophia has put together for today. And she's so excited to share you guys this incredible song or song, I'm not really sure. I'm surprised too. So whenever you're ready, Sophia, we cannot wait. We're excited.
Oh, okay. So you want me to sing my song, yeah?
Yeah, no, yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna play my audio. Make sure you guys can hear that. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Might not be the best quality, but we're going to make it work. No, 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 no. Gotta do the some second self. Time has come, not gonna bail. I won't fail. No, 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 no. Storms of living, I've been preparing. I'm more daring. I am more daring. Swimming with the great white, singing to the bite. Circle by the wall, there is no moon tonight. I'll put up a fight. Where I find the light, I will endure. I was made for so much more. I will endure. I've been in this place before. I will stand is quick, but I'll still stand. Hold myself with my two hands. Not living things to chance. No, 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 no. From the past, no, nothing lasts. Know that I am a lioness. This pain from my story ends. Swimming with the great white, you can take a bite. Circle by the walls, there is no moon tonight. I'll put up a fight. I can see the road. I will endure. I was made for so much more. I will endure. I've been in this place before. I will endure. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Yeah. Ooh. I will endure.
Oh wow. That was insane. You got pipes. Look at that.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Golly, I only listened to a cover song. That was insane.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, it's been forever since I've heard an interviewee sing that good. Oh my God. That was insane. Oh
Well,
my
you
god.
must can't maybe see it, but I'm telling you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Oh my god. I'm gonna listen to your music a lot more. You are fantastic. That was amazing.
Thank you very much, musically.
Yeah, no problem at all. Wow, you blew me away. I didn't expect all that. Trust and believe, I didn't expect all that coming from you. I had no idea you could sing like that.
Oh no, you didn't hear Endure before?
I mean, I listened to your I listened to yourself like once or twice, but like that, wow. You blew me away.
Well, I do love singing live. I think maybe you can understand why I love performing in real life so much. It's really my natural habitat.
Yeah, definitely. You need to do more live shows. Definitely. People need to hear this. Did y'all like that? Oh my God.
Seems pretty quiet over there.
Yeah, but don't worry, don't worry. They're gonna like this. Trust and believe me. And if not, I'll spam them and tell them to check it out. But I'm sorry. I'm still trying to get my head um over that. I'm sorry. It's taking me a bit. I apologize. My God, but thank you for sharing that with us. I really do appreciate you doing that, and great audio, by the way. I think we got all of it. It was good.
Perfect, perfect.
Awesome. And just again, thank you for hopping on with me today for a little interview. I really do appreciate it. And also, I'm excited for the listening party Forever Publicity told me about. I'm so excited. And I probably might go to it.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that musically, and I'll just say, yeah, it was a fun little interview. We definitely covered some topics, and if anybody wants to be part of the clan, I call them the Evangels because every fan is like an angel to me. And you can come and visit my website. It's sofiaevangelina.com. And we have merchandise there for Endure, and we have everything about shows and all my social media, and I'd love to connect with them, everybody who is on this listening. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem at all. It's been an honor to meet you, to even be doing this. It's such an honor. All right, all right. But I want to do close things on a good note. So this is something I like to call end credits. This is any lastly things you would like to say to your fans and everybody out there. Any thank yous, any advice you want to give, anything lastly you need to tell everybody before we end things.
Yeah, well, I always want to give a big shout out to my mom because she is the force of nature to be reckoned with, and she's the reasoning behind anything and everything that I am. So I love you, my mama bear, and thank you to my family, my dad, my brother, and to all of my new oncoming supporters and fans. And I'd love to connect with you guys, and can't wait for everything that's to come. Follow me on TikTok. I just started posting a lot on there, Instagram, and the website. You can subscribe to my newsletter, and I am so excited to share with you all the new music that's coming.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm dropping links down below so y'all check her out. And those pipes, bro, that was so good. Please, y'all need to listen to her more. I mean, you sounded like those big singers, Ariana Grande, and those big vocalists. That was insane.
Well, thank you very much, musical. That's the goal. That's the plan. That's the hustle. So here we go, and I appreciate the talk.
Yeah, no problem at all. I really do appreciate you coming. And everybody out there, me is all Web Dot Podcast, and I hope this has been very fun for you guys. Getting to hear her sing was very exciting too. And so I'm dropping links down below to check her out. Please do. And yeah, definitely, expect more from us in the future, y'all. And I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you.